In 18 months, it becomes against the law to build the truck that moves 70% of everything you eat, wear, and use. Not someday, not in the far future, 18 months from right now. And most people have no idea this is happening. Right now, somewhere on an American highway, a driver is sitting in a diesel truck at 4 a.m. The engine is shaking softly under the seat. Coffee going cold in the cup holder, the smell of fuel hanging in cold air, heat rising off the hood into the dark. That deep, low rumble has meant the same thing for 100 years. The load moves at sunrise. That driver does not know it yet. But the machine underneath them has less than 10 years left. Here is why. In the United Kingdom, new diesel trucks under 26 tons cannot be built after 2035. Bigger ones get until 2040. These are not goals or wishes, they are laws. Once those dates hit, any company still trying to sell a new diesel truck is breaking the law. California set 2036 as the final year for new diesel semis. That rule is on pause right now, but it is not gone. It is sitting on a shelf, ready to come back any day. And because California buys so many trucks, what California decides usually decides what the rest of the country builds too. Then come the US EPA rules, and these start in 2027, just 18 months away. These rules force pollution cuts so deep that even the cleanest diesel engine you can buy today will need expensive upgrades just to pass. By the early 2030s, building a diesel truck that follows every rule on the books will cost so much extra money that buyers will simply walk away. Not because a law banned it, because the price made the choice for them. Diesel is not being killed by one rule, it is being boxed in by dozens of rules squeezing in from every side at once. And when that many walls close in at the same time, the math just stops working. So what takes over? Most people think batteries. And for short trips, city deliveries, routes under 200 miles, they are right. Companies like BYD and Daimler already have thousands of battery trucks running short routes right now. But for long haul, 600 miles, full trailer, tight deadline, batteries do not cut it. They weigh too much. They take too long to charge. A driver running freight across the country cannot sit for 4 hours in the middle of a delivery. The real answer for long haul is hydrogen. And one number tells you everything. Hydrogen holds 33.3 kilowatt hours of energy per kilogram. A battery holds 0.25. In plain English, hydrogen packs over 130 times more power for the same weight. That means a small tank can push a truck 600 to 1,000 miles and fill back up in about 15 minutes. Not hours, minutes, full tank, back on the highway, in the time it takes to finish a cup of coffee. And this is not some dream on a drawing board. The Hyundai Xcient hydrogen truck is already making real deliveries across Europe right now. Real roads, real cargo, real schedules. Volvo's hydrogen truck is built for over 600 miles on one fill. Toyota made a hydrogen Kenworth that puts out 415 horsepower and runs 450 miles on a single tank. And every one of these trucks puts out the same thing from the tailpipe. Water. Just water. Nothing else. They do not feel like lab experiments. They feel like diesel trucks. Because the power, the range, and the fill-up speed are all the same kind of numbers diesel drivers already trust. The only difference is the exhaust is clean. Now, here's the part almost nobody is talking about yet. And honestly, this is the part that changes the whole game. You do not need a new truck to make the switch. Cummins and a company called EDAG built a hydrogen engine called H2ICE that drops right into the same spot where a diesel engine sits. Same frame, same connections, same feel behind the wheel. Any mechanic who has worked on a diesel would understand this engine on day one. Instead of burning diesel and making pollution, it burns green hydrogen. That just means fuel made by using clean electricity to split water. What comes out the back? Water. That is it. This is the biggest deal in the whole story. Because the thing fleet owners are most scared of is not new technology. It is the mess. Retraining every single worker, rebuilding every shop, replacing every truck all at once. H2ICE takes that fear off the table. A company keeps its trucks, keeps its people, keeps everything it already knows, and still meets every deadline that is headed its way. One engine at a time. You do not have to tear everything down. You just convert what you already have. But there is a cost that no spec sheet will ever show you. Self-driving software, like already being tested by companies like Plus and Aurora, works with hydrogen trucks to create something freight has never seen before. Lines of trucks running nose to tail, saving fuel by blocking the wind for each other, rolling day and night with no rest stops, no tired eyes, no need for sleep. Experts say these self-driving hydrogen convoys could cut total fleet costs by 30 to 50% before 2035. That number changes how the entire freight business works. But hiding right behind it is a question the whole industry whispers about and avoids saying out loud. Fewer human drivers needed behind the wheel. The same fix that cleans up the air speeds up a future nobody in trucking wants to name. What happens to the 3.5 million American drivers who built their whole lives around the machine being replaced? This video cannot answer that honestly. Nobody can yet. But acting like that question does not exist would be a lie. And the people sitting in those cabs at 4 a.m. deserve better than silence on the hardest part of what is coming. And the road ahead is rough. Hydrogen stations are rare everywhere. Green hydrogen is growing but nowhere close to meeting real demand yet. Building the fueling network will cost billions and take years. This change will not be smooth, it will be messy and hard. Especially for people who did nothing wrong except drive the truck they were handed. But the direction is locked. The laws are written. The trucks already exist on real roads. And the math, the cold, quiet math of energy, pollution rules, and cost, does not wait for anyone to feel ready. Diesel built a century of freight. It earned every single year of it. Mile by mile, load by load, through summer heat and winter cold, and long dark roads that never seem to end. Every driver who ever held that wheel at 3 a.m. and watched headlights cut through nothing knows exactly what that engine means. It is not just a machine. It is the sound of work getting done. But the road does not care about feelings. It only cares about numbers. And the numbers have already moved on. The only question left is whether the industry moves with them or gets left behind, standing next to a fuel pump that nobody is building anymore. Subscribe if this changed how you see the road ahead. And tell me in the comments, as a driver, a fleet owner, or someone whose life runs on freight, what does this change mean to you? I read everyone.